Good evening, I'm Haley Wilgus.
I'm Scott Dennis. Thanks so much for being with us tonight. Topping our news this evening, an incident on a Manatee County school bus that has some parents concerned and asking for increased security.
A 27-year-old man was able to get onto a school bus with high school students yesterday. Investigators say he committed other crimes earlier in the day. ABC 7's Kate Flexter joins us with more on how this could have happened. Kate.
Well, Haley and Scott, this man is not only facing charges of trespassing on school property, but he also has a really extensive criminal background. He's faced 11 charges since 2012.
It's the start of the school year in Manatee County, which means school buses are back on the road. But when a bus stopped at 9th Avenue in Bradenton, among the kids boarding was someone who wasn't a student at all. It was 27-year-old Eric Hall, who wasn't wearing a shirt. The man has an extensive criminal background and is suspected of a burglary that happened that same day.
He was just using the school bus as a mode of transportation to get out of the area he was in.
Hall eventually told the driver he wasn't a student, and that's when the driver went to Manatee County High School, where Hall was questioned. He's now facing charges of trespassing on school property and is being investigated for the burglary as well.
Those burglaries were in the same area where he boarded the bus. So we're looking into that now to see whether or not he is connected to a burglary in that area.
Now the school district says it's investigating the incident. As for security measures already in place, the district says it does have cameras on the buses, but doesn't require any sort of identification to board the bus. For Manatee County parent Melissa Broderick, who has a daughter in first grade who rides the bus, it's a concern.
Usually, the same kids are getting on the bus all the time, and, I wouldn't even think that anyone like that would even get on there, but now that it's happened, it's kind of scary.
Now Broderick says the district needs to consider stricter security measures like some sort of identification.
I don't know if maybe they could wear, name tags or something on them so that we all know that they're students and some, random person can't just get on a bus.
Late this afternoon, the Manatee County School District releasing a statement on the incident. The district says it's concluding its investigation and feels the bus driver handled the incident in a professional manner. The district is not recommending any disciplinary actions. You can read Superintendent Dr. Green's entire statement on our website. That's mysuncoast.com. All right, back to you.
Thank you, Kate. A water main break in Sarasota is causing a major traffic headache at this hour. Water has been spewing from the main on Bee Ridge Road since around 2 o'clock this afternoon. County utility crews are on scene and they are trying to completely shut the valve off so they can fix it at that point. Bee Ridge Road between McIntosh Road and Bond Place was closed off today. That was earlier in the afternoon. Traffic is now moving slowly along that stretch. A county representative says it was a natural break, so they don't know why it occurred. Around 20 businesses have been affected with minor flooding. It could be several more hours before this is repaired. Also right now, state troopers are on scene of a fatal accident in Sarasota. Around 4 o'clock, a pickup truck and a car collided on US 41 and Constitution Boulevard. One person was killed. No word if there are any other injuries. The northbound lanes on Tamiami Trail at that intersection are blocked.
New developments tonight in the investigation into the death of a Bradenton baby. Eric Neri is now charged with second-degree murder. Bradenton police say Neri confessed to injuring 10-month-old Tariah White during questioning yesterday. The infant suffered several fractures to her skull, which police say led to her death. Police say Neri was dating the baby's mother. Anyone with additional information on the case is asked to call Manatee County Crime Stoppers at 1-866-634-TIPS. Sarasota police investigating the death of a man whose body was found near a ditch. Police say 2 men were walking near East Avenue yesterday evening when they discovered the body. Police don't know yet how long the man has been dead or if foul play was involved. Investigators are now waiting for the results of an autopsy. The victim's name has not been released.
Hundreds of veterans and their families packed the Florida National Guard facility in Bradenton today for an event with Governor Rick Scott. The governor honored veterans for their service. He awarded more than 280 medals of appreciation to local veterans for their service. Many of the recipients say this was their very first time being awarded.
I was a Vietnam War veteran. We didn't get a whole lot of appreciation coming back to the States, but I was also in submarines, and we didn't get any medals, so this is kind of special.
Governor Scott is expected to host similar events in other locations across the state in the coming months.
A follow-up now to a controversial referendum that, if passed, will allow developers to build a new hotel and beach club on Longboat Key. Today, business owners met with developers to go over the proposal for the hotel along Gulf of Mexico Drive. Charter boat captain Kurt Schultz organized the meeting to help other businesses and residents make a more educated decision on the proposal, which will be on next Tuesday's ballot. Schultz says the development of condos instead of hotels has hurt business on the island, but some residents are worried a new hotel will bring in more traffic and businesses they don't want or need.
I think anywhere that any developer wants to put 46 units an acre is just not a sustainable thing for wherever they put it. The impact that that brings to the immediate area is astronomical.
Some business owners feel the hotel could be a boost for the area where stores and restaurants often close without steady customers.
Voters in Sarasota and Manatee counties have until this Saturday to take part in early voting. The Florida Secretary of State, Ken Detzner, is encouraging voters to take advantage of this early voting period in case the state gets hit by a severe storm. Detzner says the state is closely monitoring the tropics, and he's in constant contact with the Division of Emergency Management. He says it's too early to tell how Florida will be affected, but he is urging all supervisors of elections to take precautions by evaluating all polling sites and developing a plan for communicating with voters. Again, the primary election is scheduled for this coming Tuesday, August 30th. And now to an update on the tropics and that possible threat to the Suncoast.
ABC 7's Steve Newman joins us now. He's in for Bob tonight, and he's got the latest. Steve?
Scott, we could have a very rainy election day here on the Suncoast. Between Sunday and Tuesday, Wednesday, maybe 3 to 6 inches of rain could come from what we've been following for well over a week since it blew off the coast of Africa. Still not very impressive, and odds are it's not going to become a major storm threat to the Gulf Coast, but it could bring us a lot of rain. We can see it moving right now over Hispaniola, where a lot of rain is currently falling, flooding and mudslide, a threat there. I'll tell you more about that in a few minutes, but first, it's 93 degrees at the airport. Do point down a little bit. It still feels like 98 degrees. And here's our forecast. Chance of rain for the evening, only 10 to 20% chance of a spotty shower coming by. We'll have a greater chance tomorrow. The complete forecast, weekend outlook, and tropical weather details in just a few minutes.
All right, Steve, thank you. ABC 7 business commentator Richard Stern joins us now with us yet another quiet day on Wall Street. Richard?
Very quiet, Scott, and that's been the case all week long. And the reason for it is really quite simple. There's a World Economic Conference going on all week long in Jackson Hole, Wyoming, a tough place to have to go. I think that's a boondoggle, if you call it. But anyway, Janet Yellen, the chair of the Federal Reserve Board, will be the featured speaker tomorrow. Many people think she will give a clue as to whether we will or will not see any increases in interest rates between now and the end of the calendar year. Certainly with an election coming up, people think if there will be an increase at all, it could be September and not closer than that to Election Day. So we'll see how that turns out. But let's look at yet another quiet day on Wall Street. The Dow Jones Industrial Average, there you see it was down by 33 points, not even 0.2%, closing at 18,448.41 on extremely light volume of 419 million shares. The Nasdaq, believe it or not, down 2 days in a row for only the second time in 2 months, down 5.5 points, 0.1%, closing at 5,212.20. That on volume of 1,386 million shares. The S&P down as well, down by, as you see, just barely over 0.1%, less than 3 points at 2,172.47. Well, perhaps this bag looks familiar. I know Haley's familiar with it, right? It's Robin's Egg Blue, I'm sorry, from Tiffanys. And why? Well, Tiffany today, its stock jumped by more than 6% after the company said that even though its sales declined slightly, they had made so much money by cutting costs that their earnings were far ahead of expectations. Total sales around the world were declining, but in Japan, sales were higher. The one place they saw an increase in sales as well as earnings. And as I say, the stock was up 6% today, but prior to today, the stock had been down 17% year to date. So at least they got that back a little bit, but it's not been a good year for Tiffanys. And as I say, the stock went up, but sales are definitely down.
And Richard, to another luxury brand, one I like to admire from afar and dream about, Jimmy Choo.
Well, Haley, there's a rumor that the stock was up today also 6% because you had been buying so many pairs of shoes. I don't know. I understand that Mr. Chu's shoes are rather expensive, but somebody's buying them because sales were way ahead of forecast. And as I say, the stock was up by more than 6%.
Unfortunately, that was not me. It's still, like I said, on my dream list, but one day I'll be contributing to that.
Good for you.
Thank you, Richard.
You're welcome.
Still to come in your Suncoast News, severe weather around the country, how emergency officials are trying to help those affected by a tornado outbreak in Indiana.
And ABC 7 meteorologist Steve Newman will be in for Bob, who is live on assignment this evening. We'll catch up with him as well, and we'll have an update on the tropics and our weather. Plus, unhappiness in the workplace may lead to health problems years later. That story is coming up in Health Smart.
Stand out in your new wild Lexus. Now is your golden opportunity to lease a new 2016 Lexus ES350 for only $329, or enjoy 0.9% APR, just $329, exclusively at Wild Lexus of Sarasota on Clark Road.
People ask me all the time, George, what do I do with my idea for a new product? I tell them, call my friends at InventHelp.
Call InventHelp today for free information. InventHelp has been providing patent referrals, preparing ideas, and submitting to companies for more than 30 years.
I believe every inventor deserves the opportunity to step into the ring and take their best shot. Put InventHelp in your corner.
For your free inventors information, call 1-800-881-6805.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
Welcome to the all-new Seymour Buick GMC on the island of Venice.
Seymour smiles.
Seymour selection of quality new and pre-owned vehicles.
Seymour for your trade-in.
Seymour savings.
Discover the new Buick and get cash back for up to 16% of the MSRP on select 2016 Buick vehicles. That's nearly $8,000 cash back on this Buick LaCrosse.
Seymour now at Seymour Buick GMC on the island of Venice. Go to SeymourBuickGMC.com.
They care. They take the time to understand you, take the time to understand your case.
There's no better satisfaction to me than to see a client who is happy because of the job we've done for them.
It's really actually very comforting to know that there's someone that you've heard of and you're getting recommendations about that you can turn to when you have a problem.
I felt like I had a partner in this, and he was going to be by my side.
The official salon of ABC 7. Cutting Loose Salon.
Stand out in your new wild Lexus. Now is your golden opportunity to lease the bold new 2016 Lexus RX 350 for only $419, or enjoy 1.9% APR, just $419, exclusively at Wild Lexus of Sarasota on Clark Road.
To the Midwest now, where tornadoes and violent storms ripping through the Hoosier State. Buildings and homes destroyed, but luckily no one was killed. Now the cleanup begins as millions more are bracing for even more storms. ABC's Ray Mundy has the latest.
The tornadoes moved quickly, carving a path of destruction in minutes.
Holy cow.
Kokomo, Indiana, the epicenter of the violent twisters, storm chasers capturing the moments of the whipping winds gusting over 130 miles per hour.
Oh my God, Starbucks just got blown over.
The coffee store, no match for the winds, obliterating this structure. Over 20 people inside. Incredibly, no one injured.
As soon as I saw the clouds twisting, we got everyone inside. We were trapped inside because the building collapsed. But everyone came out unscathed. We were all fine.
And this neighborhood, homes blown away. Many still trying to cope with the damage.
Still trying to process everything. Still trying to understand the complete devastation.
Thankful that my mom and my sister, who were in the house yesterday, survived.
Those who experienced the storms sharing their stories of survival.
So we hit it for the basement, and it was crazy. Like, our roof got ripped up. You could hear everything that was going on outside.
Everybody okay?
Today, Republican vice presidential nominee and Indiana Governor Mike Pence touring ravished neighborhoods.
Because of a good early warning system here locally, no serious injuries, no loss of lives. That's a miracle.
More than 200 people are now in shelters. The priority, restoring electrical lines, returning power, and helping people to return home. Ray Raimondi, ABC News, New York.
A dramatic jump in the death toll from that devastating earthquake in central Italy. Nearly 300 people now confirmed dead. As rescuers get a clear view of the damage, crews are still clinging to the hope that they can get to those still buried alive. 17 hours after the powerful quake struck, 10-year-old Julia was pulled to safety from the rubble. And another team was able to rescue a little boy and then a girl from the mountain of debris. Both of them survived. One survivor grateful to be alive.
After the second tremor, more rocks fell on my head, and I got a lot of plaster in my mouth, and I couldn't breathe. I called for help. I was grasping, and I thought I was dead. That it was over.
This drone video shows the scope of the devastation in Amatrice, one of the hardest hit towns. Rescue workers say aftershocks caused old stone buildings to collapse, making their job difficult and dangerous. Unbelievable. Yeah.
Terrible.
All right, well, we've got things to watch in the tropics.
Definitely
for sure,
do,
huh?
yep.
And we've been watching this one for over a week, and it's not doing anything.
I know.
It has not formed, and we're getting a lot of stuff on social media.
Right.
Don't listen to this stuff. Stay tuned to the latest forecast here, and we'll keep you posted with the truth. Taking a look outside with the Van Waysdale cam, a few puffy clouds. If anything, it was a little less humid today. Not so bad over the Sun Coast. Our dew points are down, so that's a good thing, and only scattered showers passing by. I think it's going to be mainly dry for the rest of this evening. Temperatures across the state at this hour ranging 94 at Tampa, 91 at Panama City, a little cooler in Miami with 89 degrees. And across our viewing area right now it's 91 at Arcadia, 93 at Parrish, upper 80s along the beaches, and 85 at Boca Grande. It feels like index, while it still feels like it's 98, it's not the 104, 105, 106 we've had in recent days past. Now we look at the radar, and there have been some scattered showers and storms mainly to the south of us in the southern part of our viewing area a couple of hours ago. They're pretty much gone, and the chance that any of these upstream from us will hit us is only about a 10–20% chance for the rest of tonight. Now that tropical weather outlook. Let's get Gaston out of the way first. It was a hurricane earlier today. It's weakened a little bit as it's going through some changes, but it's no threat to us at all. The next couple of days could become a tropical Category 2 storm by Sunday and Monday with winds over 100 miles an hour. That we don't have to worry about. This is the area we've been watching day after day now over Hispaniola. It has not formed in anything. The reconnaissance aircraft can't find a central circulation, but the spaghetti plot of all the different models are continuing for a couple runs now, bringing it into the Gulf of Mexico. A couple of outliers moving it over the area of southern Florida, but really it does not have a chance, I don't think, of becoming a major hurricane problem for the Gulf Coast, but it's going to be a big rainmaker. Here's the European model, which often is the gold standard, but it has not performed well on this either. Off the coast of us on Tuesday is a weak tropical storm perhaps, or maybe just still a tropical wave or tropical depression, and dissipating over the southeastern United States later next week. We also are looking at it by satellite. That looks like something trying to spin up here south of the Turks and Caicos, but that just could be an auxiliary circulation around this thing and not the central circulation of the whole thing. So here's the water vapor. It's been encountering a lot of dry air that's been inhibiting its development for quite a few days, but you can see the humidity, this moisture is beginning to thin out. It's going to have less problems as it moves over much warmer waters. As we look at this, look at the water temperatures. It's coming from an environment with temperatures in the 80s to temperatures water temperatures in the 90s. So as it moves into the Gulf, it could have quite a bit of development very quickly, but I don't think it's going to become a major storm. A little break in the data there in the RPM computer model, but offshore by Saturday, a depression perhaps, but not a major storm. Here's our forecast close-up showing offshore winds for the rest of tonight as those scattered showers move on by. Your 7-day outlook shows that we will have a pretty good chance of storms as we keep an eye on the tropics Monday and Tuesday. Multi-inch rainfall, guys, coming in between Sunday and Tuesday. We're going to have between 3 and 6 inches of rain along the Sun Coast. More later.
Thank you, Steve. In health news tonight, being overweight may not only increase your risk for diabetes and heart disease, but also several more cancers than previously thought. A review of several studies published in the New England Journal of Medicine found new associations between obesity and the development of 8 additional cancers. Researchers found excess body weight is a risk factor for gastric, liver, gallbladder, pancreatic, ovarian, thyroid, blood, and brain cancers. They also confirmed that for some of these cancers, as your weight goes up, so does the risk. A new study shows that people who have low levels of job satisfaction in their 20s and 30s may have an increased risk of mental health problems in their 40s. Researchers found those with low job satisfaction sustained over time were 46% more likely to be diagnosed with emotional problems than those with consistently high job satisfaction. These people also reported worse general mental health, higher levels of depression, and more difficulty sleeping than those who either grew more satisfied over time or who had always been happy in their job. Coming up, a deadly zipline fall at a state park in Delaware, what the ziplining company has to say about the incident. And what goes up must come down, how a world record attempt involving dominoes came tumbling down.
It's time again for My Suncoast's Bark in the Park with the Bradenton Marauders at McKechnie Field. Bring your best friend and let them run the bases in support of the Humane Society of Manatee County, August 28th at 1 p.m. Visit BradentonMarauders.com for info. Sponsored by ABC7.
It's Lincoln's summer sales event here at Alex Karras Lincoln. Drive a brand new 2017 Lincoln MKZ for only $299 per month, or a 2016 Lincoln MKX, Lincoln's premium sports utility vehicle, for $339 per month. We also have a great selection of certified pre-owned vehicles. Drive with the confidence of a 6-year, 100,000-mile comprehensive warranty and complimentary roadside assistance. Alex Karras Lincoln, family owned and operated, and winner of the prestigious 2015 President's Award. We are located 2 miles north of the Sarasota-Bradenton Airport on US 41.
Welcome back, 2 of my favorite guests, Cash 3 and Play 4.
Surprise! We're Pick 3 and Pick 4 now.
Whoa!
But we still play exactly the same. We just got a fresh new look.
Speaking of surprises, I have one for you. Say hello to Pick 2 and Pick 5!
Introducing the complete Pick family of games.
We're family now.
The new Pick 2 and Pick 5 have joined Pick 3 and Pick 4 to give you more choices in your daily gameplay. The Florida Lottery. Just imagine.
They say good things come to those that wait. Well, you've waited long enough. You deserve to feel fabulous in your fashionable new Fiat 500X from Alfa Romeo Fiat in Sarasota. Boldly innovative, seductively stylish. Fiat gives you everything you'd expect from a capable utility vehicle, like a spacious interior and advanced safety systems, designed and built like a sexy little Sportster. Don't wait any longer. You deserve to feel fabulous. Get a new Fiat at Alfa Romeo Fiat of Sarasota.
Today, everyone is looking for carpeting that lasts longer. G. Fried has you covered with Karastan. With a legacy of quality and integrity, we provide you with a huge selection of Karastan carpets with exclusive lifetime limited warranties. All installed by our highly skilled, highly knowledgeable team. Come ask us why Karastan is the best and most durable. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
We've been slow smoking over oak for more than 45 years. And while sticking to tried and true traditions is kind of our thing, it doesn't hurt to throw something new in the smoker every now and then. Come get some slow smoked chicken wings at Sonny's Barbecue. Order them as an appetizer or as part of a combo with pork, baby back ribs, or both, starting at $10.99. Sonny's Barbecue, local pitmasters since '68.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. Our promise means a new car you'll love. If not, return it for one you do. At Sarasota Ford, we promise live market pricing. We monitor national pricing on our entire inventory, so you get the best deal. In fact, we guarantee it. Bring us any competitor's ad, and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
An investigation is underway at a Delaware state park where a woman died in a zip line accident.
Authorities say the 59-year-old woman fell about 40 feet off of one of the adventure course platforms. She later died at a nearby hospital. Authorities are still trying to figure out how the woman fell to her death.
If they didn't go through the precautions of hooking themselves up with the carabiner and lost their balance and fell on a platform, then it could be possible.
The adventure course Go Ape released a statement saying the team is saddened by the tragedy.
A sailboat is traveling across the Atlantic Ocean without anyone in the captain's chair. A group of students from the University of British Columbia launching a robotic boat named Ada outside St. John's Wednesday. If it completes the trek to Ireland, it will be a record-breaking event. Several teams have tried this feat before, but none have succeeded.
It makes all of its decisions on its own. There's no control, there's no RC. We don't follow behind it and control it. We just say, all right, you're here and you need to go here.
If all goes well, the sailboat should arrive in Ireland in about 5 or 6 weeks.
Exciting. 7 hours of work and more than 3,000 dominoes. America's tallest domino structure was quite a sight, but it was no match for gravity after constructing America's largest domino tower and being just 10 mere levels away from becoming the second tallest in the world. The whole thing came crashing down. It's a bummer, but, you know, since the point of dominoes is to eventually watch them fall, we say job well done.
That is pretty cool.
That is.
All that work done.
All that work. I couldn't just watch all that work.
I know.
It's like the sand sculptures when they just disappear.
Bulldoze them. Yeah.
It's hard to watch. Well, still to come on your Suncoast News, the latest on the Zika virus.
How Sarasota County mosquito management plans to tackle the virus and keep it from spreading locally.
Temperatures on the Suncoast are rising and the deals are hotter than ever during the summer clearance event at Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota. You'll feel cooler than ever when you drive away in a new Jeep Cherokee for as little as $19,999, or take home a stylish new Jeep Renegade for just $17,999. How about a new 2016 Jeep Patriot for just $14,999? Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota.
The kitchen is where life happens. Minnesota Flooring now offers a wide variety of beautiful quality craft-made cabinetry to make sure the heart of your home reflects your style. Visit us today.
Do you have what it takes to become a champion? The Sarasota YMCA Sharks swim team has been developing champions since 1961. Fall swim team tryouts for kids ages 6 through 18 are being held August 15th through the 18th and August 22nd to the 25th from 5:30 to 6:30 p.m. Tryouts are held at the Evelyn Sadler Jones branch, YMCA's Selby Aquatic Center. For more information, visit sarasotaymca.org/sharks.
Getting older shouldn't mean giving up all the things she loves to do. It should just mean, well, finding new ways to do them. Right at Home's professional team thoughtfully selects caregivers to provide help with personal care, housekeeping, and of course, meal preparation.
Oh, that smells so good. Oh, and it tastes good too.
We can provide the right care right at home.
Whether you're a homeowner looking for a professional installation or a contractor looking for top quality products, Sarasota Glass and Mirror can meet your every need.
For 42 years, Sarasota Glass and Mirror has been the area's premier supplier and installer of quality glass products for your home or business. As an authorized PGT WinGuard dealer, we know how to protect your home with everything from the PGT WinGuard impact-resistant windows and doors to shower enclosures and decorative mirrors. The Sarasota Glass and Mirror team has the knowledge to tackle any project.
At Sunset Subaru in Sarasota, we make sure you get the most for your money. More years, more miles, and when you're ready to sell, you'll get more money back. Come fall in love with the longest-lasting vehicle in its class, the Subaru Outback. Or lease a new 2017 Subaru Forester for just $209 a month. Or get 0% financing right now during the Subaru A Lot to Love event. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.